Since Ricky shit broke, this is another episode of the Maserati Show. I want to welcome everybody. Of course, y'all know this is my face that's always here to represent it. I'm always bringing on some guests, and I got What? I'm Johnny Carson, and this is Ed Man.
Popped up in here somewhere. That thing and branched out. That's a little shady.
I am Ed. Listen, I'm Johnny Carson. This is Ed Man over here. We know what it is. We know who the co-host-ish is.
I mean, if I'm the co-host, what else am I? I'm the editor, the producer.
Yeah.
Cinematographer.
Yeah. I have her do all my little running around.
I mean, if you're gonna make me co-host, then just.
You know what I'm saying? She my little assistant. She do a little run around every now and then. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I treat her fair. I pay her decent. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? Okay, next time you set everything up.
You said what now? That ain't the star's job, baby.
Oh, okay.
You don't see Will Smith sitting up there talking about, all right, now what I need is the camera angles right here. No, that's Jazzy Jeff's job.
Yeah.
You are Jazzy Jeff.
Whatever.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, because they know who I am. You gonna throw my little thing up on the thing when she edits.
I might.
Because she edits shit. Y'all need any little editing job done, y'all contact me. I'll take 15% and then I'll pass it on to Black Triple
And then
Pot.
I'll charge you an extra 15% for contacting him first. Alright, so BLK Pepper Potts. We are joined by a guest this week that, yes, Maserati Miyagi secured the guest for me. Whatever. Alright. I'll give you that.
Cause, I mean, shit, I be putting in
Would
work.
you like to introduce your guest, though?
Don't think shit's sweet though. I do be robbing niggas, so if y'all think that y'all just go hire her and not pay me,
Whatever.
I slide in windows at 4 a.m.
Come on, man. Introduce the guest.
Alright, I'm gonna let the guest go ahead and introduce himself. Go ahead.
Sheriff Found Smoke, local Cleveland rapper. Local as of right now, but I'm moving up.
Say independent. You don't want to say
independent,
local.
yeah, independent.
You don't need a record label no more.
No, yeah, I got my own little label going or whatever.
Oh, see?
So independent rapper. You know what I mean? Indie. So any artist that's into this live wanna have any questions, I got my publishing. I got everything as far as the legal shit going. How you make money off this shit.
Okay. That's good to hear.
Alright, you got a mixtape, album?
Yeah, I got 2 mixtapes. I dropped 2 mixtapes this year. Rebirth 1 and Rebirth 2. Rebirth 2, I just dropped it. That's my baby right there. But yeah, go check that out. They streaming on all platforms. I got Mask On out right now on YouTube. Go look that up.
Hey, you jingling too.
Yeah, right.
I kept looking like, what is that noise? I keep hearing.
That's crazy. It was Rebirth 1 and Rebirth 2.
Yeah, y'all.
Okay.
It
Alright. I paid for 2 abortions this year. Yeah. That has nothing to do with music. I'm just reckless.
Yeah, but it's just
I'm just reckless.
It's cool.
I mean, wait a minute. Now, we've had the conversation before. Why are you paying for that? I feel like you've been duped.
Yeah, I don't take no chances.
I feel like you've been duped.
I don't take no chances. If she be like, it's mine, I'm like, just take it.
Alright, so if you're missing the part of
I'm gonna give that little
be able to have anyone that needs to go and do that. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. I think you've been had.
I mean, the thing is, it's a pandemic. You can't just go in the Tower City no more and push holes down them steps. Because they don't just let you up in there no more. And it's not a lot of places with steps.
Yeah, you can go right in Tower City.
Yeah, but if I push her down the steps,
you can.
it ain't but like 4 people in there. They gonna be
like,
any
other places with steps.
Hold on, I'm lost. This is my first episode. What's going on, y'all? The stairs, the Tower City.
Oh, you ain't never had that type of abortion?
No, I never.
I kind of threw that out there. You didn't miss anything.
Chick pregnant, she kind of fall down the steps. Yeah. She accidentally fall down some steps.
But that's not the only stairs in the world, is what I'm saying.
I mean, we in a city where we ain't got a whole lot of steps.
I still feel like you've been had. You keep avoiding that part of you.
I just pay for it, man. I got a little bit of change, so I just go ahead, I push them down.
Because you know what? Life will find a way. You never know, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, shit, these hoes don't know my real name over there. Good thing my name Maserati, so that's cool.
The sad part, for a minute, I forgot your real name.
That's good. That is definitely
because I just kept associating it with Facebook. And I did. For a while there, I had forgot it. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, people will really hit you and be like, you're way too old to just really have like this fake name. Like, do you rap or something? Like, no, I don't. You just don't even know my fucking real name.
What's wrong with having an alter ego?
Yeah.
Nothing. I just forgot.
Yeah, I mean, that's good.
I mean, if that was the plan, it worked.
Listen, because it's 2021, and let me tell y'all something. People, they done got on this new thing, this PPP flag thing. It's a PPP flag list now.
Yeah.
So you can see the flag on PPP, and people been posting up the link. I'm like, y'all are this concerned about searching motherfuckers to see which flag on.
Oh, you know what else they got? The video. Did you see the TikTok video of the guy how people make money off of reporting people to the IRS? So like they'll go and like they'll see the strippers post and like how much money they made, and they'll report them to the IRS, and they get like 30% of the money the person was supposed to pay back.
What?
That is like classes and shit. Like people make a whole bunch of money doing this. What they'll do is they'll
call you. Your money though.
You know, I'm gonna tell you all the details because I looked into it. So what happens is people will like call you. Well, okay, say you're a person like avoiding paying like your taxes and stuff. A stripper is a perfect example. Maybe even a waitress. But what they'll do is they'll see, oh, you made this much money on this day, and you posted, you know, you taking trips and this and another. So they'll call you pretending to be like some people you owe money to, or your family or friends or whatever, just to get enough information about you in order to call the IRS on you. And then once the IRS investigated, whatever they were supposed to pay back, you get 30%.
Wow, and it was strippers that had me paying for them fucking abortions. I might get my money back.
You should be able to write that off on your taxes.
I write off everything on my taxes. We ain't even talking about none of the fucking.
Well, we just got started. We got time.
God damn, no, we don't. We got like 10 topics. We got old shit, new shit.
Description, if you want to put them.
You want to start off with the old shit or new shit?
Let's start off with. Let's just get it out the way. The Biden and mask mandate, because I just want to get that one over with.
Okay. All right.
I don't really care much about that one, but I was doing like this whole versus thing, so I just kind of tossed that one in there. You pulled up the information for us, so you get to give good details.
Basically, he just want people to have like these to get the shots. If you larger companies make all their employees get the shot, they want.
I think it's 100. You gotta have 100 employees or more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. And federal employees.
What else? Federal employees. Yeah. It was somebody else, but he's giving them a choice, like where they can have their employees get tested weekly to see if they had COVID, or they can face fines of like $14,000 per fine, which is pretty much $14,000 per employee that's not vaccinated or they got tested and shit. But I mean, I work for myself, so I don't give a fuck.
Well, here's what I don't like about it. So like people in like the medical field, and really a lot of people that were marked essential workers last year, and now you want to force them into getting a vaccine because it's available, or do the weekly test. But I mean, them weekly tests ain't always that easy to get a hold of. So like, what are you supposed to do? Like, if you don't get the weekly test, do you have to not go to work for that week? Will you get fired if that happens? And the thing, okay, I put it this way. The thing with me and the vaccine is I'm pro whatever the fuck you want to do. If you want to take the fucking vaccine, take the fucking vaccine. If you don't want to take it, then don't take it.
And you're not.
You know what's crazy?
Protesting either way.
No.
Yeah.
Because why? What happened to stay the fuck out of people's business? I feel like this is a highlighted one, and I say that because, okay, I'll put it this way. If you took the vaccine and then you couldn't still catch it or pass it to others, then we would have a different subject. And I'd probably still say whichever way you want to do it, but the conversation would change like a lot. But because that little detail is still in there, I'm like, man, listen, do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I feel like that too, but I feel like this. I'm not, and I'm far from a conspiracy theory guy, but when COVID came out, people was really fucking sick, losing taste, losing smell. They was out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know people that have literally passed away. They was on a ventilator and passed away from the first COVID. They talking about this Delta is worse, and more people is getting it.
And the Delta's another shot, though, isn't it?
The Delta's another shot. I don't know.
There's
nobody
actually. There's another variant.
I haven't seen nobody fucked up from it like that, from like the first one though, if it's worse. Have y'all seen people that's really fucked up from the Delta?
You know why I think it's worse? Because the kids went back to school. Kids is good for getting shit and carrying it around and being asymptomatic and passing it on to other people in the house. And I feel like the numbers kind of went up a little bit when the kids went back to school. And then also, you know, 12 and under can't be vaccinated anyway. It could just be on you. You good. You good. Yeah, I feel like 12 and under can't be vaccinated anyway. So it's not even an option, especially elementary kids. Come on, man.
But who has it? I don't know nobody that really had. I seen one person today, and he came out laughing and joking with me. I was like, this nigga didn't like he even had a common cold.
I know of one just recently. I didn't know him personally, but he ended up on like a ventilator in the hospital. Now I will say,
Delta or regular?
I don't. It was I don't know because when
I
he
know
got it
people
was
regular.
like right around. Okay, it's like you, for example. Like we was pretty sure you had it last year, but it was before it was like a thing. So they said you had the flu shot. His was like right around the variant popped up, so he could have went and they was just like COVID. I don't know. I also don't know what other problems he had, but that is like the only case of a person I know of. But I don't want nobody to have it that bad either.
I know a couple people with COVID. I know a couple people directly I knew with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But the mandates.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. Because I know New York is already like
terrible.
Yeah. And some businesses, like, I don't care what y'all say. I'm not about to, force people to not be able to come in. But, and we'll see what happens though too. Because the public is going to be what determines what the government's gonna do. So if everybody like, fuck it, then I'll cook at home. I won't go nowhere. Like if business and shit start to lose money, we know exactly what's gonna happen. They ain't gonna be like, oh, never mind, y'all can do what y'all wanna do.
I think they need to just be more like be more realistic about what's going on. People is catching COVID, but at the same time, the people who get vaccinated is also still catching COVID. So for you to mandate everything and make everything so difficult, people are already not going to work. We understand that. People don't want to go to work.
Yeah, they find something else to do.
They find other things to do. Like they getting their little money through little scams or whatever. And
Thanks to
creating
COVID,
businesses.
though. That's what's
Thanks
crazy.
to COVID.
Thanks to COVID.
So like, but then you want to put all these mandates on the federal businesses and well, you can't work unless you get vaccinated. Like, they
It's
getting
not
vaccinated.
gonna last.
I don't care about it, but I know like I done seen they talking about people catching cerebral palsy. I don't know if I got COVID, but I know I ain't got cerebral palsy. I don't want no shit. My face drooping down because I took a shot.
I will say again, pro-choice, but when it comes to those vaccines, I mean that's gonna happen anyway. I wish they were more honest about what you were saying.
Act like it's not. Don't act like
okay,
it's not.
that I totally
That's
agree
what
with.
I'm saying.
You do only get a one-sided story. You only get the story of people not being vaccinated and being fucked up, or the people that were vaccinated and not so fucked up. Those are the only two stories we're getting. We don't get those, and that does apply to every fucking vaccine that has come out before. And this one, man, listen, it's new. We already done said the variant of it is going to cause. There's two variants. The other one was in like 40 countries already since January.
Yeah, right.
And both of these, as far as I know, definitely the third one, it starts with an M, I can't remember the name of it, does require another shot. And I think the booster shot is already being said. Some people is just like, yo, let me see how many shots and concoctions y'all gonna put together and then I'll take that one.
Yeah, that could work because I mean they said.
Why take 3, 4, or 5 when they figure all this shit out, then it's gonna be down to 1.
Right. You done took all these shots for all these variants. Then they like,
Yeah, I can totally understand anybody waiting for that reason. Like, look,
fuck that.
y'all gotta figure it out.
We in America. Stop taking our rights away. If I want to die, let me die. Yeah, just let me die.
I said, do what you want to do.
I've been raw dog in the air all this time. I ain't wore a mask until y'all made me wear a mask.
I mean,
Y'all say
essential
something.
worker.
And I've been alright. I'm cool still.
Essential worker.
I'm cool. I'm
And
alright.
I didn't get compensated. Anything extra, right?
I was an essential worker for a little while. Like I said,
No, I was the whole time.
Yeah,
I was
right.
the whole
They made
time.
it hard. Fucking essential worker.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Shit, I was at a spot where these motherfuckers trying to get you to come in more hours. I was like, nigga, I work 12 hours a day. Yeah, we need you to come in 24 extra hours during the week. No, I'm out. You don't pay me enough. You don't pay me enough to have me coming in.
Well, I did the opposite. I went
Extra
out
hours.
part-time.
Shit.
I went out part-time. The thing for me was, I mean, shit, I would have made more money if I had to stay home and been on unemployment.
Alright, I don't want to keep talking about this virus shit.
All right, what other
Virus shit.
topics did we have? Well, we had.
We can talk about that old shit. We can talk about my new fucking favorite nigga ever.
Ooh.
My new favorite nigga ever.
Should talk about that shit.
Let me tell y'all something. I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens from now on. I'm a ride for this nigga because he said something that niggas don't say. This nigga was on fucking Breakfast Club. They said, hey, listen, parents said that their kids like your music. They love your music. what do you say to those parents that say,
Oh man,
that nigga said, fuck them kids.
Fuck them.
Nigga! Fuck them.
Absolutely.
You a grown man.
I'm saying fuck them kids.
You a grown man, nigga.
It's people that say
Fuck your kids, nigga.
Try back.
I'm not here to raise your punk ass kids, nigga. He the new Bernie Mac to me. That nigga said that shit and dropped the album. I said,
new Bernie Mac.
hey, that nigga dropped the album after that shit. I said, come on.
God, he was right.
Come on, nigga.
He was right in so many ways.
He didn't keep it politically correct or nothing. Fuck them kids.
Yeah, he said fuck. He thought about it.
Woo! He was like, fuck them
Oh yeah,
kids.
he playing that. He playing that to be the response he has.
Man, listen.
But that's probably been his response more than once.
He felt it. I guarantee you other people felt the exact same way when they was like, man, I'm not here for your kid. Bernie, you want to say that?
This is my thing
Yeah.
but this my thing is with the whole LGBT community. And I love Lil Nas X. I think he's a great guy. I don't care about all the antics. I think that's more just trying to get record sales and be noticed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like when it comes to them and the things we say, Boosie can sit up there and say shit like say gay slurs and be literally criticized, threw under the bus and everything else. You gotta be politically correct when it comes to this community. Why don't they gotta be politically correct when it comes to us?
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said finally.
How can he just say fuck the kids? But we can't say fuck whatever his agenda
and
is.
see, that's the thing. It had been sold the other way for so long.
But you gotta look at it from
No, that's the answer to your question though. It had been the other way for so long that people were able to have gay slurs, say whatever they wanted to them, and things like that. So as a community, notice the LGBTQ community, they stood up together and said, hey, guess the fuck what? You're no longer going to get away with this. And I wish black people would take note of that.
I'm not saying that. We need a lawyer. We need that lawyer.
I respect it. I just know
I
like
wish we would do the same goddamn thing, man.
I respect it.
But the problem is this.
But the thing is, my bad for putting you up.
Go ahead.
But even with black people, the people in the higher position, they gotta help us push that narrative. Like as far as like getting together and understanding each other. Like the LGBT community, they got people in high power, in high positions that helping them push that. You know?
Because the people, it's like what I was saying with the government. So the people came together and dictated how things were going to run. We have black people in plenty, black caucus, governors, we just had a black president. So we've had people in those positions. The people have not made it happen. So in that respect, they get my respect for saying, yo, y'all like, we tired. We can't keep dealing with this. I mean, think about the highlight of it in my head would go back to the HIV/AIDS thing, how they were blamed so heavily for it. So if we want to go back to that and think about how they were treated then, I don't really know as far as a community what the LGBTQ community has done to offend me as not being a part of the community. To be honest, I can't think of anything they've done.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. What we have to understand is this: when we talk about that community and people in higher places, we need to understand. For a very long time, people have been telling us those people in those higher areas like that, they have all been pretty much. They've been gay. People have been saying like most of your favorite rappers is probably gay. We were like, hell no.
For a long time.
Yeah, it was like hell no. They was like, he probably got a deal because he was fucking such. He's like, my nigga wasn't fucking nobody like that. But now we kind of like, because these niggas got a lot of power all of a sudden, and all of a sudden they were like, all right, now we can be out here and do what we want to do. But along with that, everything came out because those higher power motherfuckers, they was gay, but they was everything. Like they was gay, they was pedophiles, they was all type of shit.
Yeah.
And we didn't know this until lately. We was like, God damn.
Oh no.
We was like, there was an island of kids. Well, like there was an island of little girls.
When people would say that before, they were called conspiracy theorists, though.
Yeah, now conspiracy theory is like.
And that wasn't like completely new. Like the details of it was new information, but like we've heard it plenty of times. You think it was just one?
I mean, we knew. That's why everybody kept saying like, how is it that R. Kelly got away with this for so long?
Because they were
He's not the only nigga doing it.
I think he was the only one.
Hell no.
Yeah, it's like the drug cartel. You get one plane, they be like, eh. That's how I feel about the whole pedophile ring that got exposed. Like, you got one, how many more? But let's not, because that wasn't on the list. All right, so what else do we have as a topic today?
You want to talk about all them verses? Who was it, Ja Rule and Fat Joe?
Well, we can skip on here.
Ja Rule won.
Ja Rule won?
Huh?
You said Ja Rule won?
For sure.
Mm.
For sure. When you talk about hits, Ja Rule got hits. For sure.
How about It Was So Warm to Me? I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, it was.
How about I tell y'all who really won?
I watched some of it last night.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. This person is really a unsung hero because he's 3-0 for verses. Jadakiss.
Oh, yeah.
Jadakiss.
Everyone
He won it solo.
Yeah, for sure.
He won it for the locks.
Yeah.
And at the end of the goddamn show, they had to bring this nigga back to do the one song. They had everybody on their goddamn feet
Yeah.
for the locks verse.
Well deserved, too. Well deserved. It's almost like about time.
It is about time because Jada don't get. Well, I don't think
It
Jada
depends
puts
on who you
out.
talk to.
Jada has to put out that consistency too for us to look at him like that. But up until now, like people really weren't talking about Kiss in the top 5 and shit like that.
That's why I said it
I didn't
depends
know
on
he
who
had
you
a
talk to.
catalog like that. I didn't know that Kiss had a catalog.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the last verses with the lock.
Top
They
5
going through the songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hits.
Yeah.
Like it was a point in time where he did his thing in the rap game. So,
Yeah, but I've talked to plenty of people that he's been in their top 5.
and he been writing for a lot of people a long time.
That's what I'm like, man, it depends on who you talk to. Like, if you talk to the person that likes more of rap than they like hip hop, then no, Jadakiss probably ain't on that list all like that.
I've heard a couple
You
people, but
gotta
it
really
ain't
like
like
lyricists.
it ain't like when people be like, man, it's Jay, Nas, Biggie, and Ty. And then they'll throw somebody random
Yeah,
like
put
Rocket.
Fab
And
on
you
there.
named everybody with a lot of rap songs, though. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you got somebody that's gonna
So
name
how big-
boys,
Well, not big,
Yeah,
because
Big
Big
don't
died.
got real
Yeah.
big.
but he did have a lot of hits. But those hits was probably also what? No, Big was in the shiny suit video. I'm gonna say he had a lot of hits.
He had
But
one shiny
it depends on who's on their list.
They
Like
didn't
somebody got
have a shiny
drill
suit
or
big enough for
teeth
Big.
or
He
something.
had like a leather suit in one video, and I
But
think
I'm
that was
just
about
saying.
it. He wasn't up there floating around,
I
getting
said
more
he
money,
was
more
in
problems
the
and shit.
video, but
They were like, we ain't about to have Big floating around.
But he was around that. And he did have a little bit of poppy. It's for the 90s rap hip hop music.
I mean, they had to get him on the radio.
I'm not saying it in a bad way though either. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is it depends on who you. What you did was name everybody with a lot of hits. What I'm saying is you more like an underground. You prefer more of an underground rap or something like that. You like lyricists more.
Yeah,
And
Jadakiss
that's what I'm saying. It depends on who you at.
Jadakiss is 3-0 right now versus shit.
Okay, you just went back to the beginning.
The go-to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shit.
and again, well deserved. Him and the Box too. It's not. He took the torch, but
Well,
I
not
mean
she
that is
Loops.
their song.
I like she loops.
I mean,
we all know everybody is Styles P or Jada. It was never who was better, Sheik, Luke, Styles P or Jada. It was always who better, Styles P or Jada.
But then too, I also would like to just all acknowledge all of them because they stuck together.
Yeah, they did.
Like we
And
didn't
it's
hear
hard
no
to do
bullshit
that.
about
Yeah,
them.
'cause
Yeah, that's what I'm
they
saying.
try to
That's
break
a
it up.
collective right there.
That's
Yeah.
definitely.
We don't know what he was in the room for and was like, nah, say it like this. And
Yeah.
I like to give it to the whole, especially when I feel like everybody earned it.
I'm gonna give it to Jada. I'm gonna stick with Jada.
I said it in George. He is 3-0. I absolutely agree. But those other guys, they was there
Yeah,
too.
we know
But
who it is.
he's the reason the price.
After that locks versus, he was the one that they did the Kobe shit for.
So
They
what
put the
did-
jacket
okay.
on him. He did the
Yeah,
pose for the
Yeah,
championship pose.
he did the Kobe
For sure.
pose and all that.
They didn't do a
So-
Lakers pose. They did a Kobe pose.
I said Kobe. Oh my God. All right. So what did Fat Joe say in regards to Lil Mo? Because that's what I've only heard her response to it. I don't know what he actually said.
He didn't say nothing out of line. He
I
was
said
saying,
Mojo
did.
clout chasing right now.
Right?
yeah.
Nobody
She was
cared
mad
that
'cause
she was
Ashanti
there.
was up there.
She didn't get the Birkin.
She ain't get I think she been clout chasing for about 5 years.
Yeah, it
on
was
Love
something
and
to talk
Hip Hop. Like,
Because how I looked at it was, and I said it, and people on like Instagram in the shade room or something, I said it. I was like, yo, well, I didn't even know what was said, but I was like, she is that. People was like, certain things are off limits when it comes to that. And I'm like, yo, since when? First of all, second of all, she was on stage with Ja Rule that said something about somebody's daughter being Eminem's daughter. So when people was like, yo, and I told you like, yo, she kind of contradicting herself. to be like, you just shouldn't say anything about women and children. I think that had came up, like she had said that part too. Women and children is off limits. That's what she said. And I was like, since when?
Yeah, I'm lost with that whole thing.
I thought nobody was off limits. Actually, not even
somebody over there. Was she dating somebody from Lex or something?
Nah, I think she was like what you said. She was just looking for.
Yeah, she was just looking for something because,
like, easily forgotten that she was even there.
Yeah, I'm like, I watched rap battles before, and like niggas did a whole lot of extra crazy shit, and
I mean,
they dapped each other up hard.
No, I say that's a different stage. That I will say that's a different stage.
A battle is a battle.
True, but when it comes to battle rap and making music and songs, like she wasn't there participating in battle rap though either. But I don't think what he said, whatever it was off limits.
If you won't stay with rappers, you have to be ready to get whatever those rappers are gonna say if they going against each other though.
Honestly, from what I did see of it, if Fat Joe said anything like that, he was probably like really reaching because he was like losing.
Or why did Ashanti have a problem with it? We didn't. Ashanti didn't say shit.
Ashanti ain't working. She ain't give a fuck. Ashanti got Nelly to walk across the stage just to give her a hug. Just to find out, like, no, I'm in a
Vita didn't have a problem with what the fuck was going on. Vita was like, shit, this is light work. I'm out here to do my couple songs, maybe drop a little mixtape later on this
maybe
month.
she wasn't looking for that kind of attention though. That's what a lot of celebs would do. Like we just talked about Lil Nas X. I mean, him doing the pregnancy photo shoot, which honestly I feel like people definitely took that way too far to be mad at. Because it was just about, it wasn't like him being pregnant. It was like he's about to give birth to an album, right? People would thought he was doing the man pregnant. No, but it got brought up with like the Cosby Show and shit. We saw that. It was funny once upon a time to see that. For some reason, Lil Nas X do it. People want to be outraged. But anyway.
I mean, okay. So did y'all listen to this new album, Lil Nas X album?
Not yet. I do intend to though. I honestly haven't yet.
Look. Right now, for 2021, probably we can go back 2020. It's Lil Nas X album, best album. Then it's Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
Those are two of the best albums.
What? Okay.
Two of the best albums.
I feel like Tyler the Creator has it so far.
Yeah,
so now I have to listen to Lil. I was gonna.
You gotta listen.
Saying that about Lil Nas X.
That shit. I'm somewhere like.
Does it sound like the Tyler Creator last album? Is that what it is?
His
that was
just
to bring up Tyler, yo.
It's so fucking creative and it's just so much shit. You be like, God damn, like if he would stop the antics and he didn't tell nobody he was gay and he dropped that album, I guarantee you that nigga would have also
rapping.
Huh?
It's a lot of rapping on there.
It's rapping on there. It's one of them shits where you listen to it and you would be like, this is some shit that Kanye would have dropped maybe 15 years ago.
Well, that's good to hear.
But you like, man, it's just so much shit on there where you like, oh, he hit him with this. If it wasn't all that extra shit, he'd also Kanye, he'd also Drake, he'd also all of these.
Wait, why do you think without the extra shit more people will listen? Because we about to get to Kanye and Drake, but I feel like with the extra shit is why people are listening. Like, would you have been listening to Lil Nas X album if these things weren't taking place?
Yeah, I would have. I would have, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I can make my answer really quick. I wouldn't have because he wouldn't have been on my radar.
He wouldn't have been on my radar except for the fact that I thought because I don't listen to his music like that, and it's not my vibe. I don't look at his videos. I don't look, so it's not for me to hear an entire Nas X song. But I'm in the car with my son. I have to turn it off of the rap shit and I have to put it on like some somber, the little pop station. But the pop station.
Look at you being a good parent, good role model.
Listen, it's 3 Lil Nas X songs that's getting played constantly on this show. I'm like, and these are good ass. I'm like, what song is this? And I'm like, what song is? I'm listening to this shit like.
Was a good song. It's a great song.
Do y'all know how he got started? Because he actually has an interesting story, and he deserves a little credit for being like a real ass artist. They all make it short stories. I don't remember all the details, but at the end of the day, the record labels wanted his song and not him, and he held out.
Yes, and he held out.
He held out.
Listen, can I speak on that?
Yeah, because you probably know more than I do.
This is why I think that a lot of the things he's doing is just antics. Because he was not selling out to the label. But remember what they did to him. They tried to say he stole the beat. They tried to take the song and give it to Miley. I mean,
They took it off. They took
the
it
country
off
singer,
the
the one
Yeah.
they literally
Billy
took
Ray
it,
Cyrus.
Yes,
Yeah.
took it off the charts until Billy Ray Cyrus got on it. Billy Ray Cyrus got on it and basically was like, all right, he did Lil Nas X a favor, like.
Yeah.
But at first
He did himself a favor too.
Yeah, he did himself a favor. But at first they was holding it out. Like they was so mad at him for making that song where
They was
took
mad
it
at
off
him
the
for
what's
making
name.
it to the top.
And it
of
was
that
the
song.
label, and it was
Yeah.
the labels. And they told him like, and I feel like they told him like, listen, well, we got an agenda for you. This is what you need to do. This is what you got to do to, cause I mean, Old Town Road was a great song, but
And it's not
it
for
was
kids
a
though.
parody song.
That's great, dog. It wasn't even
was
a
a
kid
parody
song.
song.
If you listen to the words of that and people like, my kid love that song, I'm like, this nigga's talking about sipping lean.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's not your.
I mean,
The song was literally like a minute and
attention.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
But okay, here's what I think is taking place with Lil Nas X. Somebody went up to him and said, "You want to be a legend, you want to be an icon."
Yes, and do this.
Okay, right? 2, we were just talking about altars.
Yeah.
Why is this what we're? I mean, shit. That's every fucking performer. They have a altar. They have a person that goes on the stage. They're one way on stage. More than likely, they're a different way when the camera's turned off. So for him to go out and be able to do these things, and he's damn near like a voice of this generation of the LGBT community, especially around that age, he gets to set the standard. He actually gets to do what the fuck he wants. Why? Because he hasn't happened yet.
Yes.
There hasn't been a Lil Nas X yet, actually.
This where, okay, and this come back to the point of him saying fuck the kids.
Mm.
This what I would have said. Cause what he is doing is different. He should have just been like, be yourself. If this is what you want to do, be yourself. I like what you not want me to be myself because your children, I'm showing your children how to be themselves. So they ain't caged in the inside.
Yeah.
If you feel this
I
way,
didn't
you
watch
want
the
to
whole
be.
interview. Did you say it?
No, he
Did
didn't
you
say
see the
that.
clip or the whole interview?
I seen the clip when
See,
they
I
asked
seen
the
the
question.
clip.
Okay, see.
But did he say that in the whole interview?
He might have.
He might
What?
have. I gotta go
He
and
might
see it. I
have
ain't
because
gonna
you know
say he
how
did.
it goes. Let's get the.
Oh no, they showed the
Yeah.
whole. They showed from the question being asked to him saying "fuck them kids" to his response afterwards. So
Okay.
I seen the whole thing. He did say
Okay.
"fuck them kids" and that.
And I'm not mad at
That's
that.
it.
I'm not mad at that because I know at some point he said, I started out a little bit younger, I'm a little bit older. I'm grown, like I'm an
Man,
adult.
like,
I'm
what,
going to
21?
do things. But that's the thing though. It's like your child start when they start at like 15 or younger, and then when they get to a certain age, they're growing up in front of you, so it's not clicking in your head that they growing up. This is an adult. Now, what I will say to anybody that thinks any celebrity should be a role model for their kids, don't make anybody be a role model for your kids that don't want to. 1, 2, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing in your like? Are you the perfect parent to sit here and try to dictate that somebody else got to be a role model? Because I tell you right now, we make it. Look, I got kids. Don't think I'm about to be no role model because I'm not gonna do it.
No,
I don't want
respect what you
to.
were saying, but I would just.
I mean, my question is this: why is it we look at his antics any different from anybody else's antics? Because we get played. We get played all the time. This Drake versus Kanye shit, they playing us.
Oh yeah.
They playing. I listen to Drake album. I said, this is Kid Cudi on you beefing with Kanye, right? Like,
Yeah.
Kid Cudi saw your link, right?
It was the same thing he did with 50 Cent.
Yeah, I'm like, they're playing us. And
I'm okay with it, but back it up with the music, because I hate Kanye West.
Listen.
I do need to listen to it again, but no. Because it wasn't known.
And I'm going to say, like, I knew we were being pumped when they interviewed Pharrell, and Pharrell was the one that was like, oh yeah, Pusha T and say, oh yeah, did you hear the such and such from Drake? And they was like, and Nori was like, Pusha T said that about Drake? And he was like, yeah, he was like, he likes his music. And I'm like, that's not what we getting from these rap battles. And then Pusha T was like, yeah, could we go back and, little sparring here and there? I'm thinking to myself like, this ain't you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all going hard at each other on these records, and then when they talk about this shit outside of y'all having a project being dropped, y'all like, oh yeah, we just, a little pit pat here and there.
They're all friends at the end of the goddamn day.
Yeah, they are. Just like Diddy and 50, and they say stupid shit to each other. And then
I think 50 be meaning some of his shit though. Like,
one day at one of the kids'
like,
birthday
what he
party.
just said about Michael K. Williams, that let you know he ain't like him for real. So
Yeah,
he probably didn't like him for real.
I feel like 50 be meaning it. Like, I still
Yeah,
feel like
50
you don't.
is
Yeah,
real.
I don't think you want to put 50 in that
50
category.
is like in void of love.
Yeah, he's the art of war person. It's never over.
Yeah,
And when it comes to that, I respect it because that's how you are. That's how you are.
Yeah, like if I don't like you and you pass away, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he was such a good. I'm like, congratulations! I won.
Yeah,
I'm still here. I won, nigga.
Right.
You gone? I'm here. I won, nigga.
Right, because just because you gone, what happened between us didn't end shit. I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm like shit. What?
And if that's how you view things, all right.
And even for what he said, I think that he was provoked because he said only thing he was being honest. He said he died the same way the girl died on my show. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna use anything to promote though.
Yeah, but it's not real though. He did
die from an overdose.
The girl on the show died from an overdose.
I mean, you just gotta accept that that's who he is. It was something else.
His was fentanyl, and on the show, Kanan had like some other shit.
Yeah, it was something else. He used his alcohol program tag still. I mean, I think he puts that on everything though. That's like his hot sauce. That hashtag going on everything he posts. Like it'll probably be about his funeral. It's probably gonna be hashtag. Yeah, that's just what it is. He might just have okay. A little detail that some people don't know when people do social media. One, I don't know if 50 actually posts to Instagram himself. That may be like an intern or something. Typing the buttons, but also two. Sometimes those things are set up anyway. Like you'll type out the whole thing in like notes or something, and then you'll just transfer it over.
Oh, yeah,
you'll have
your hashtag.
Your hashtags are already
to your Instagram.
Right. So that may have also been the case. I feel like
I think 50 Cent definitely making them posts. 50 Cent is extremely petty, and that's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah,
and I love him for being that way. So
yeah.
When I see him post shit, I'm like, 50 definitely. This something.
I like people to get in trouble because they say some shit that they actually.
Oh no, I meant like those would be his words, but that might not be his fingers.
Oh
yeah. I hate politically correct shit. I hate the whole trying to make things fit. I'm like, come on, man, just say what you gotta say, and then let people say what they gotta say. Yeah, and then let your week go by because that's what it's gonna be, a week of you getting held.
So what did it really affect?
So how you feel about Donald Trump?
What happened?
A lot of, I mean, just as far as everything he was saying.
I mean. He's an asshole, yeah, but when you talk to people, that's him.
That was real.
That was real.
How you feel about Donald Trump?
How you feel about Donald Trump?
I think these mandates wouldn't be happening.
No, hell no, man. Biden. I like Biden.
I'm gonna just be honest. I think Trump would have been like, bitch, fuck you.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Or I'm absolutely wrong because of the money to be made off the vaccine. There's still that end of it. He might. Okay, so either way. I don't know.
Trump is pro getting that vaccine now,
I think he's
pro
money.
But I'm like, man, Trump is he's a businessman doing business. That's all.
Again, pro the money.
Yeah, wherever the money is at. Like, I was that over my mama to get that dollar.
Take that back. He might be right out here with he might have hit harder with him.
It depends on where the money at.
That's why when people was like, Trump let out this people, let them out, gave them, and I'm like, that's all a money thing. I'm like, Trump let them people out.
That happens with every president though.
Yeah, like they let out people all the time. You might not notice it because
it just hit different.
It ain't as big.
Yeah, it hit different if it's somebody else.
Hip hop is so big now. Like hip hop is really, really big as far as the job, like the charts and everything. Hip hop is really big.
But it also ain't what it used to be either.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
It's a whole lot of it.
Yes, and it's almost oversaturated.
It's definitely oversaturated a whole lot.
And it's hard to say that because there's so many different artists and so many different people with different opportunities, but I don't want to hear all y'all. That's the problem.
Everybody ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If I came out with a bullshit song and it went to #1 or it started making some money and shit,
I'll
be like,
I just said I don't want to.
I'm not a rapper, but.
See, that's the thing. I'm not that cancel culture thing. I'm just saying I don't want to hear it. I don't want you to not to get paid.
Yeah, get your money.
Get your money. Fuck it. Toss me a couple dollars. You know.
Tell me what you did.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm that person. I don't want to cancel you. I just probably ain't gonna listen.
Yeah, I was one. I've been told people. I was like, man, I tell niggas like, niggas, y'all need to get into scamming. Put the drugs down, get into scamming. And because you get less jail time.
Listen, and this is what I'm going through, like in the hood. So you got people in the hood, they all scamming. But then you got people that ain't mad, that ain't scamming, and they mad at people in the hood. I'm like, but you didn't literally watch your nigga go to jail for less and for worse.
Yeah.
More time, you done watch your nigga rob a nigga for $3 and get 10 years. He hit a lick on the government for 100,000. You mad?
Well, now, who
mad about that for?
Who's being scammed is what I want to know.
The government.
Okay, then.
Yeah, no. I ain't into none of that. You
I ain't
stealing
with
credit cards.
little old people.
Don't steal,
and,
no.
Those are
like
scams I'm not for. You know, the cash.
As far as the government, I'm talking about the scams that's going on right now.
And you gonna get more money scamming the government.
Yeah,
than a person.
ain't gonna get less time. Like
Ain't
the
gonna get
fact, less time.
But there's so many scams out there though. Like the thing is this, and people will tell you, anytime you talk to a rapper that's really in the game and really getting money, they gonna tell you in the section with them are scammers.
All scammers.
All scammers. It's all the scammers.
What?
Tory Lanez said, he was like, man, I just made enough money to fuck this chick. He was like, I had a such and such Ferrari. I'm up in there. He was like, he named like 2 rappers. He was like, I'm up in here with the scammers. I'm like, the scammers? Why is the scammers being brought in with the rappers? Nigga, you talking about you got a Ferrari.
They getting the money.
They getting the money. And when you go to prison, they can't trace all that Bitcoin and all that other shit money that you didn't
come back out rich.
Yeah, you gonna eat good, nigga. You gonna eat good, and that's the thing. You wanna eat good in prison. All the drug dealers I know, they broke because they took all that shit. All your shoebox money is gone when they can't get down, nigga.
Any money you keep in the house ain't gonna last long.
Yeah, your niggas ain't gonna hold you down. Your girl gonna get pregnant by somebody else. Nigga, that drug shit is gone, nigga. Just scam. Just scam.
I mean,
get you some SPA money. Go ahead and get you some CBN money.
I mean, that's
go
what's
ahead and get
happening
you
though. We saying it like it's not happening.
We saying it because
it depends on which age group you talk to is who doing what.
The problem is this, because when you go out and you get that and you do something, there's somebody else gonna be like, oh, you did such and such, and then they gonna sit back and then they gonna go to the PPP flag shit and then flag your shit, like, and now you like, how the fuck I get flagged 40 racks? Man. What the fuck happened? How did I get
if you followed all the rules with it, ain't nothing to be worried about.
I mean, yeah, but those rules. Wait. No. I tell you what, the rules ain't like that. The rules ain't like that with that PPP shit because the rules
are so. You told me so. The
rules are so particular to where it's like 60% has to go to payroll. All right, so how do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do payroll properly so that you don't get caught up? Because you can do payroll, and if it's not done correctly, they can still come back at you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's so many technicalities.
But wasn't it for people that should have people on payroll anyway?
No, because you could have been an Uber driver.
Okay.
It's for independent contractors.
Paying it out to yourself.
You can pay it out to you, but you have to pay it out to yourself a certain way if they come at you though.
But didn't you say all that was listed and people just have to follow the rules?
You just have to follow. You have to call.
That's like Shakari.
No, listen. No. But listen. But when you get the money, if you don't know, hey, call up the lender and say, how is my PP money supposed to be distributed towards myself, my business, my independent? I mean, shit, they can listen.
How do you know?
They can indict you for anything.
But how do you know that's what you were supposed to do?
What, call up?
Uh-huh.
Because I don't treat things like I'm a scammer. I treat things like I'm not a scammer. I'm not a scammer. I'm not a scammer.
No,
I'm not a scammer. But I don't treat things like that. I treat it like
we're supposed to do.
Because if I don't know how to do something, I'm just gonna call the lender and say, hey, I got the PPP loan that you guys gave me. How should I disperse the money? And then they're gonna say, okay, well, here's what you have to do as far as your business is concerned. That's because I just don't know. I don't know. I have to make a phone call. So who gave me the money? I call you because you gave me the money.
Exactly. So when you got whatever the funds is, whatever you click through, you get to the page, you know you get it. Isn't there shit you got to print out before you sign? And I'm sure there are detailed instructions of what you have to do. Wouldn't that be listed
on your promissory note?
Okay.
No.
So what was listed on it? So like when you get to everything before you click submit, and whatever things you done signed off on, what did those kind of things say?
It was a whole list of shit, but they don't tell you how you distribute your money. Did I read it?
Yes.
No.
What?
Because they don't tell you that in a promissory note. Your promissory note.
You didn't read it though.
Look, you can get a promissory note for any loan. A promissory note is pretty much what you would sign for anything involving money. If you buy a house, you have to sign a promissory note. They're not going to tell you.
I'm saying you didn't read it to say.
I've owned 6 homes. I know what the promissory note looks like.
Have you ever gotten a PPP loan before this year? Okay, So,
but I signed a promissory note before. I signed plenty of promissory notes.
I'm just saying.
They don't tell you that in the promissory note.
It's a loan. When you take out a loan, it gives you the detail of that loan. It's the PPP loan. So somewhere in there, it gives you the details of that loan, the percentage or whatever needs to be paid back, and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no.
I bet somewhere in some paperwork, it's tell people how, what you were saying, for example, it had to be paid out to employees. Somewhere, before you sign anything off, it has to list the details of what you got to do. I just refuse to accept that. And now, if it doesn't, then nobody has anything to worry about. Why? Because you didn't sign off to agree to that.
Don't listen to her. Because...
Does that make sense? If I didn't sign off on it, you can't tell me how these things have to be distributed. If I didn't say, yes, I agree to that.
You know what?
But you didn't read the details.
Guess what? You know what? That's the same thing people say when they say they don't pay taxes because it's unconstitutional, and then the government be like, "You're right. It's unconstitutional that you pay taxes in America. It is unconstitutional. You definitely proven that, but we're still going to give you 10 years in prison for not paying taxes." Like, yeah, you can't prove a point and be like, "It doesn't say how I'm supposed to distribute the money."
No. Where does it state that we're supposed to pay taxes?
I mean, it doesn't.
Okay, so how many people have gotten away with tax evasion?
Oh shit, nobody.
People have gotten away with tax
evasion.
No,
I have.
We just hear about the people that maybe had some other shit. Honestly, I feel like we hear like Wesley Snipes, for example. He's
got away with it?
Had some other shit hanging over his head. What do you say? Tax evasion. I don't know because they fucking got away with it.
You can't say somebody got away with it, but you don't know who got away with it.
If they got away with it, I don't fucking know who they are.
How do you know that they got away with it if you don't know?
Think about the few people that we hear about with tax evasion. You think they the only ones?
Listen,
because just think about it.
Those are the famous people. If you're a regular person, you may just get probation because your $70,000, $80,000 that you owe back, they just be like, pay the money back.
This is something I'm gonna look it up. I want to find out why. Where is it that because I'm a U.S. citizen, I have to pay taxes even if I work in?
They have entire they have entire things telling you
the same thing applies.
No, listen, Ricky, listen. They have entire things where they can explain to you why you don't have to pay taxes. It's unconstitutional.
That's what I'm telling you.
But the thing is, when your ass go to court, they gonna be like, yeah, great. You're still going to jail or you're still gonna do probation. They don't give a fuck about because you can prove that shit. Pay fucking taxes. They gonna be like, I have to pay taxes. They just gonna say, I have to pay taxes. You have to pay taxes.
All I said was I was gonna.
It's unconstitutional.
I didn't say
you are correct.
Right or wrong.
You are correct. Matter of fact, guess what? I went to court for something. I had people come in and say that I wasn't wrong. They couldn't find the reason that I was wrong. And then I went in there all smiling and be like, I won the case because guess what? Y'all didn't prove y'all's point. And they were still like, yeah, but we feel like there was still something going on, so we're gonna find you guilty. We're gonna get you sick.
You need a better lawyer in that situation.
I mean, it ain't about the lawyer, it's about that judge.
Yeah.
So
that judge
tax bracket
listen, taxes is not in the Constitution.
Huh?
Paying taxes is not in the Constitution.
If you can find it, brother, let me know.
No, I ain't gonna go look.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I was going to look all those details
I heard
up
that
and
they
then
said
come back and explain everything.
They said it was
back in 18. They brung it in with Abraham Lincoln. They brung it in to try to help clean up everything after the war. They had people paying it back, and everybody was pissed off. Like,
dude, it's a lady that they said she went to the Supreme fucking Court about that shit about not paying taxes, and they said she proved her point. And I don't know if she got probation or if she still ended up going to jail for it, but they said she proved, because she worked for the IRS, she said, and she stopped working for the IRS, and she said she proved you do not, there's nothing that says that you have to pay these taxes. There's nothing that says that, and to this day, we still pay taxes.
That's Supreme, so she was at the federal level with hers.
Yeah, she gonna fight it because she had all the documents and information and shit. And I don't know what happened to her. Y'all gotta look it up, but
she probably got it.
See what I'm saying? What did I say? Some people get away with it.
We don't know.
Now you sit here saying you don't know what happened to her.
I don't know what happened to her. I'm not gonna say she got away with it because I don't know what happened to her.
See, we don't know.
We don't know, but I'm not gonna say.
I feel like if she didn't, you'd have to answer.
Listen, I can say people got away with selling dope because I can name people that got away with selling dope and they still looking for their ass after 30, 40, 50 years. Mm-hmm. I can say that because there are documentaries about the nigga that got away and went off with 15 million and they never seen the nigga and they still looking for him. I can say that. I haven't seen anybody that says, I went in for tax evasion, I proved my point, I walked out a free man.
Would you go tell everybody? I would.
I would?
I shut the fuck up. I walk out of court. That's just,
If you
keep
get away,
not paying my taxes.
and you get away with tax evasion, because I don't think the government would allow you to continue to not pay taxes. Because you're a threat. No, you're a threat now.
Yeah,
you are a threat.
cause
If you beat that,
in
you're a threat.
Where they want to kill your ass.
Yeah, you're a threat. If you get away with
You
it,
ain't heard from the lady. You don't know what happened.
Probably is dead.
I mean, what I'm saying is, I didn't look into it to see what happened as far as what happened. But what I'm saying is, you're a threat. If we can sit back and say this person did this, now she can go out and make a YouTube video and say this is what you got to do. Say this, this, and this, and this. Now, I'm not saying you're still not gonna go to jail because, again, once you dealt with the court system, you realize something. It doesn't matter about your lawyer or any. If they decide, you know what I'm saying, like if they decide some shit, it's over. That judge can say whatever she wants to say. Whatever she wants to say. We've seen plenty of motherfuckers. The Central Park fucking 5. The lady that got raped said these are not the niggas.
Yeah.
They proved the fucking that she said these are not the niggas, and they still put 5 fucking kids in prison. It don't matter about none of that shit. If that judge says you going to prison, you going to prison, nigga.
You know where it matters.
And they may not even let your ass out because they didn't want to let their ass out.
I don't agree.
After they found out who it was.
I don't agree completely. Because where it matters is where I've answered now in response to 3 different things is as far as the people are concerned. So when the people stand up, enough of them and done correctly in the right way, going around and I'm gonna be honest with you, having, for say, a riot that tears up property you don't own and a business can just collect their insurance off of it, that's kind of different to me. But when the people stand up in the right way, those things would get overturned faster. You're talking about also a time of before being able to go viral with your situation. So say that happens now in 2021. Do they still go to jail?
Yeah, probably.
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, you know?
I don't think so. Because the response to it will be different. One, you looking at more history that has taken place. You looking at 5 kids versus 1, and you looking at a story being put out there. We had the situation with the girl last year that ended up getting released out of jail for killing the person that raped her, or whatever the exact situation was. She got out because her story went viral. People was like, yo, get her the fuck out of prison. 6 months later, she got out of jail. So that's why I say in times like these when you can reach the world. See, I wasn't even speaking
You know what's crazy?
US,
you know what's crazy? I heard about her story years ago though. That story has been viral, and they're just now getting to a point. They're just now getting to a point
about it. Enough
shit.
George Floyd, for example, his story goes viral. The world responds.
Okay, George Zimmerman's story goes viral. He's still fucking free and signing.
That wasn't as close to the viral age as you're thinking.
That nigga went on tour.
That wasn't as close to the viral age as you're thinking.
The story about him going
that really wasn't. That's why I said in 2021.
Bragging about killing that kid.
The nigga went
picking up girls like I'm the guy that killed Trayvon Martin.
Nah, I don't think they still go to jail in 2021. I just don't. I don't think.
The thing is with the tax conversation is if you don't want to pay taxes in the state you in, take your ass to Florida. That's it. Go to Florida.
How do we come back here? We ran away from it.
Man, listen.
What other topics did we have?
Scam and don't pay taxes.
All right.
Start a business, pay
what other
taxes.
topics did we have? We had.
What else did we have?
Oh, Ric Flair. That was yours.
Oh yeah, Ric Flair.
Yeah, you can tell us what happened with that one.
They got a show called The Dark Side of the Ring where they interview different people about certain wrestlers, and every now and then they have like a different wrestler story. So this time there was a female wrestler that had this story about Ric Flair going to the back cabin, and they was on an airplane and he was naked, and I guess he had his dick out, and he was basically.
Whoa, that was the story?
I told you.
I saw the picture. I'm glad I didn't because I gave an honest response now while we were recording. I saw that picture. She claimed sexual assault on that.
On Ric Flair?
On that?
Not Ric.
Have you seen the photo?
No, I haven't. I gotta see the photo.
She don't look like she was being. Okay, I don't want to say that.
Well,
I don't want to say that because I don't want to be wrong. No, never mind.
Listen.
No, don't.
Are you saying because she don't look?
No.
She wasn't.
You gotta understand though, this was probably back in the fucking 80s, so this was like 30 years ago too.
And that's a different kind of camera. You had to go put the little.
They had to go. That.
It's terrible that females are laughing at other females' sexual assault cases nowadays.
Yo, because you know what fucked me up?
It's terrible.
They didn't have camera phones then, so they had the camera with the little cube light on top. Unless this was a Polaroid, like it took somebody a moment to get that shot. Is what I'm saying.
What picture are you talking about, Ricky?
I saw a picture of Ric Flair, and it looked like a plane or something, like you were describing, and this lady had her legs up in the air. If that's the picture I saw.
That sounds like Ric Flair.
I mean, I don't know that picture she's talking about.
Okay, so then that wasn't it. Okay, then good. Because like I said, it didn't look like she was.
Wow, Ricky, what picture did you see?
I just told you. That's literally the one I saw. That's
that picture. It was on Instagram. You thought you saw that?
I don't know if that was on Instagram. This was like a few weeks ago. So don't ask me where.
Oh, this is a lady that was she was like a person that was in wrestling.
I thought we were talking about two different things.
And she was just giving her side of the story about Ric Flair. And this was like, and it was like, what's his name? Tommy Dreamer. And he was talking about the whole situation, and he was there. And he, you know what I'm saying? Like, JR, Tommy Dreamer. It was a couple people that was commenting on it, but everybody made light of the situation. And I'm like, yeah, but Ric Flair's like been an ad. Like, if you portray yourself to be something, when stories come out of you being that, I'm like, I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it. Yeah. He was talking about taking chicks up to fucking Magic Mountain and shit. He said he fucked Halle Berry on. He's like, I took Halle Berry to Magic Mountain. He's a dude that he came out, the Rolex wearing, champagne popping, I got 10 girls in the limousine, So if some sexual shit is popping off, I fucking believe it. I believe it.
I mean, I believe it if you don't talk about it. It
I
just depends on what the story is to be like.
I'm a wrestling fan. I've seen enough podcasts of wrestlers talking about other female wrestlers and how these female wrestlers would just be fucking this one, fuck that one, she fucked this nigga and fuck that nigga. I'm like, god damn, these hoes just fucking everybody. It was just a fuck fest. So they
were fucking someone, so clearly the men were too.
Well, I mean, when in Rome, shit.
Okay, then say it that way.
When in Rome. But you got to think, like 80s and 90s, it wasn't a lot of females like in the industry. Everybody was escorting a nigga down to the ring. It was maybe 10 female wrestlers for the little wrestling shit that they had every now and then. So it wasn't a lot of females. It's not like now. We talking about the divas.
They have to start somewhere.
Now it's all female wrestling.
Yeah, it's all
because they figured out how much more money they can make off of half-naked women.
Yeah.
We had the gorgeous ladies of wrestling and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's just evolved though. It was started off as a man's sport, so you wouldn't have had like a lot of female wrestlers. You would have had them for the roles that they were. Like, it totally makes sense to me that we're at the point we're at now. Plus, go figure what's more acceptable for women to walk around looking like that. Less and less. Shit, did y'all see what they was wearing in the Olympics? The beach volleyball? These lady asses was literally out.
That's cool.
I'm watching the Olympics.
Why are you?
Them uniforms, this guy's so fucking small now. I'm like,
they've always been small in volleyball.
No.
Maybe the girls are just getting bigger.
No. It's neither. Listen, I was very in depth in watching the Olympics growing up. These uniforms have changed, but then you had the one country women that like, yo, I don't want to go out there looking like this. And that's the part I care about is how the women feel in it. Like, if they okay out there wearing,
so how do you feel about what's going on as far as the women, like Meg Thee Stallion?
That's
even though it's been happening since like Lil Kim,
bam.
Everybody.
The thing I think people are having a problem with is because now she is the star and not just the girl in the video.
Yeah.
See, when it was just the girls in the video, there was no problem. We had the whole BET, all that shit, right? Everything was fine. But then Megan steps up and now she's holding the mic.
Yeah, she running shit.
That's the
telling
real
women what to do. She literally telling women what to do and how to treat their men.
And I'm not even a Megan Thee Stallion fan. Like, I don't listen to Cardi neither. But if that's how girl, do you? That's how I feel about it. Go ahead.
24 with a body like that.
She look a little.
Man, that's a grown woman body.
I mean,
20.
Yeah, but you know what though? When did that become like the norm of how everyone wanted to look?
What?
When? You tell us.
I don't know because I don't want to look like that.
We ain't doing that. You tell us.
I don't want to look like that, so I can't answer that question. You know what made me ask it? somebody had posted something about being happy at how she looked, like she was working out, but clearly it was like surgery.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, when did we get here that everybody wanted
Get surgery.
Well, to see that get surgery is
Or
like
just the
other
whole
things.
big butt,
It's
big
evolved.
boobs.
It's a little bit safer depending on where you go. Like these people that's going to like these random ass places and that's different. You know, you could go to certain doctors. There's certain things that they're like, I'm not doing it because it's just too dangerous. Like that type of doctor. That's the kind of. But I don't even care about. I just want to know when did that be like the picture that everybody said made me look like this, and also why everybody want to look the same?
I don't know, this is female shit.
I don't know. I can't answer it.
You can't ask us. Hey, cause listen, first off,
I guess we can just put that out there because I don't know.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest, because as much as people put it out there and be like, well, that's because society, and man, I'm thinking to myself like, no, because guess what? Men we was trying to fuck Aaliyah. Aaliyah didn't have no big titties and no back. Well, we was trying to fuck Aaliyah. We was trying to fuck Little Kim. We was trying to fuck Little Kim when Little Kim was just regular Little Kim with the little titties and the little booty. Like we was cool, fucking like nobody was turning those females down. When y'all started saying like, I want bigger titties, it wasn't because we was like, man, we need you to get bigger titties. We wasn't saying like we was perfectly cool sucking on your titties. If they big, little, we like looking at bigger titties. That's cool, but we ain't gonna turn. I've never seen a nigga turn a bitch down like, I'm about to live. She got B cups? Hell no, my nigga. Never. Never. You ain't doing it for us. It's your females.
I don't know.
Females tell me all the time.
Option. People wanted to look. I don't fucking.
Females be telling me all the time. I'm trying to get my titties done. Be like, why? For what? I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like. I've seen bitches with a fat ass talking about they getting a BBL. What are you doing? Like, how much more ass?
Get rid of this gut.
I'm like, bitch, I don't have that much dick for you to get that much more ass. I don't. Like after a while, like, I can't reach it. You're not gonna get satisfied with me because I can't reach it, baby. You got all this extra ass.
I know.
I gotta dive in.
I'm gonna be hitting you one way.
I don't know. I'll just pose it as a question for anybody watching. Like, yeah, your phone died finally. For anybody watching, because I really, and being a female, I don't know because I don't want to look that way. So.
Some females are happy with their body. Some females just aren't happy.
It seems to be a lot more though.
Do you think that people like Meg Thee Stallion, do you think she playing into the psyche of the everyday woman?
I think they all are
insecure about themselves.
I think they all are.
Women.
I think they all are, and I say they all are because the person you see on the cover of that magazine or the pictures and shit like that, that shit is photoshopped. It is a false beauty standard that you're trying to set for yourself. So don't. Because, oh my God, if you probably saw some people in person, you wouldn't even recognize it. I'm not necessarily even saying Meg Thee Stallion.
No, a lot of them.
But yeah, a lot. Like, listen, don't do it.
And they set us up. They set us up because, I'm going to be honest, they showed a picture of Angela Simmons, and people was like, yeah, she needs to start working. I say, Angela Simmons posts nothing but workout videos. If she has cellulite on her ass, it's because she's 30-something years old. That happens to the body. I'm like, her ass is still nice as fuck. I'm like, I don't know nobody that's going to tell Angela Simmons no if she approaches them. Her ass is nice as fuck.
Because people need something to say.
I mean, goddamn, no, really?
But then if you look at them, they don't look shit like the person they commented on being photoshopped or not.
I would love to see females stop getting all this surgery and then end up with a nigga with a fucking pot belly and, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, you did all of that for this? Is he a millionaire? Like, what the fuck?
It's what I do worry is how easy it is to go and do it and mentally, you know? Because then you get people that keep going. I mean, extreme surgeries and shit like that.
I heard that get like
they just never satisfied.
You never get satisfied.
They just never satisfied with
Definitely
it. Because you'll never. K. Michelle, how did we not bring her up? She looks like a totally different person. Like, I didn't even know that was her in the last photo that I saw.
And she like walking around with like a shit bag, a whole bunch of stuff happening along with it.
You know what? I feel like maybe, and I come to find out, females do go through a lot of females go through a lot of trauma early on from like just being around the like creepy ass adults that have molested them or some shit like that. And maybe that's what's affecting a lot of females and their self-esteem issues and things like that. So that might be what it is. I'm just throwing something out there that could be.
You know, one reason I think it is because it's so much easier now to look a certain way. Like people that was just born that way, that went off of society's standard of what beauty is. It's a little harder for them now. You got the makeup contour. Makeup has gotten better. You got the filters on the photo. You got Photoshop itself. So I think that's probably why it's getting so much more. You're seeing so many more. Shit, even the cameras have gotten stronger too.
Why not just do?
The cameras have gotten a lot stronger.
Well, why don't they just do this? Just put those filters on, and then when somebody see you in real life, and they be like, "Oh, that don't look like you," and then just be like, "I mean, I'm still trying to
Some
fuck."
are honest.
And they still be like, "Still fuck."
Some are honest. Tyra Banks posts all the time with makeup and without, and I think she kind of always has though. So there's some that don't care.
I mean, I appreciate it because I've seen a lot of females out there that threw some filter on, and when I've seen them like in public, I was like, I'll be already like, no, that ain't her.
I am not gonna lie, I love my footage, but you know what? I sit here every other week and do a live fucking footage though too. So
yeah, I mean, people know what you look like though, Rick.
yeah, like I ain't,
I know a female that if I get on here, she's light skinned.
Man,
if I show you in person, this bitch is like, like this complexion. I'm like,
I done seen the broad that was literally on Instagram, light skinned, and see her. I didn't even know who she was. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, and that goes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that filter I be putting on there. Like,
Man.
oh, like, bro, you changing your skin.
Yeah, that's something.
But you know what?
That's
All of
extreme to
them
me.
make your skin a little bit lighter though.
Yeah,
I noticed that all of them do light
I
skin.
use filters. We all use filters.
I love my
But-
filter, so I don't care.
I had an ex that was already like kind of light skinned, and she would put on makeup, and she would be even light skinned.
Yeah,
and
no,
I'd be
I
like,
can't do that.
I'm like, you don't. I'm like, you look better without the makeup. And she would still put makeup on. I'd be like, well, it ain't me. It ain't.
Yeah.
It's you. You want to be more light skinned. Your whole family's yellow.
I mean, that is happening though. You got people in general, not even just women, that are.
I think-
Well, because Sammy Sosa went and got light skinned, and one of the reggae singer.
Let's go back to Michael Jackson.
A reggae singer, one of the reggae dude that came light skinned.
I don't remember, but I know Michael Jackson, as far as celebs though, is the first to pop in my head.
But didn't he have
Michael Jackson had a disease.
They said he had vertigo.
Don't say you don't.
I don't know is actually what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna
Wait.
say.
You don't know about. You don't know he had vertigo, but you know for a fact somebody to beat the case of tax evasion.
Cause I ain't never heard about him.
I think Michael
They got
Jackson
away with
did
it.
have vertigo.
Shit, I've heard people say he had his skin
I don't
like
know,
different
is what I
complexion.
said.
Yeah, and I think that he didn't want to.
Okay.
But he probably had makeup on so his skin wouldn't be
Do y'all
uneven
think
though.
it worked in his favor
Being
to
light
have his
skinned.
skin lightened like that?
Nah, I think Michael Jackson was Jackson was a handsome dude, dark skin.
I think this.
Light
I think that
skin was different.
the way his shit worked is he probably did have like patches. It probably did become like patchy, and he probably did do something so that everything would be even. Yeah, so I understand that aspect of
His
it.
hair changed
But
too.
I mean, shit. Everybody want a little silky. Everybody want a little. curl.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, and we running out of time, is I've always compared as far as the things that were taking place, because that was around the time that Prince came out, and Prince came out light skinned with good hair.
Yeah.
And it took off very quick. And I wonder if the record labels and seeing that, because that was all around the same time, was like, all right, listen, we don't have to. And then we can get more white people to follow you and love you and adore you and be your fan, and you can get even more pop culture music. You think that wasn't a discussion? That's why I asked y'all think it worked in his
because
favor.
he did it so late. And I think regardless, listen, Michael Jackson had hits, dark skin. Like,
He did,
he had
but
hits.
he blew up
When he dropped
in the way that
Thriller,
he did,
was a
though.
dark skinned man.
Yeah, this is true.
Thriller was his biggest,
Yeah.
was the biggest album of all time.
But we were also getting into more music videos too. More people were gonna see.
And it was a great music video too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is now you also are seeing more. I mean, it's that kind of thing I wonder about it. I ain't necessarily
But
saying it
just look
happened.
at it
That's
where
why I
it's at
asked,
now.
like, yo, do y'all think it worked in his favor? Now, I will say, regardless of how I feel about it and what happened and what took place, I think him being lighter and having that texture of hair definitely worked in his favor. I don't think it hurt him. Well, we know.
No.
We know it didn't hurt him. We know for a fact it didn't hurt or hinder. Yeah, I will say, given the time, and yeah,
I mean, it depends.
Grown black man versus black child star. Those are two different things. You grown black man, it hit a little different. Y'all ain't gonna say I'm wrong.
I mean, because we don't really know the conversation. You see, we don't
Y'all ain't
understand
gonna say I'm wrong to that though.
Because
y'all is not gonna say I'm wrong to that.
listen, because here's the thing, Ricky. I would definitely agree with you if he was a newer artist because because when I've had conversations before a long time ago when I was actually dealing with music, you know, what they said is fucking real. Like, it don't matter what record label you go to, the niggas making a lot of the decisions are older white men that 40s, and they white, and they'd be like, all right, so here's the thing, the number one artist right now, and they'd be like, whoever the fuck it is, let's say Tupac. It wasn't that far back, but they'd be like, Tupac is the number one artist right now. They love Tupac, even the white people. He's really blowing up on this whole thug life thing. So when you come out, can you be like real edgy and real like, and then they kind of. But you know what? And we laugh at it. But you go back and you look to see how many people had. It was just so many niggas coming out, and I was like, hey, he sounds like Tupac. He sounds like Tupac. He sounds like Tupac. They had one hit that sounded like Tupac and gone.
Well, because it ain't about long-lasting artists, about that quick money to be made, you know.
Nowadays, they literally sign artists to single deals.
Yeah,
literally, they don't even want no album from you. They want 10 singles from you.
Because you don't need it no more.
And they do where, like, you sit down with a label, and I done sit down with labels, and they be like, well, if this person ain't got an image, if they feel like you ain't got an image that's gonna work for you, they gonna create you an image.
Yeah.
Let's create you an image.
Done that, though.
Let's look at who's big. Yeah, they always do that. We know that. But
I think it works just slightly different now. I agree with you that part takes place, but I think really what happens more now is they'll take someone that's already blowing up. Bella Poarch. Bella Poarch is a perfect fucking example. She blew up off of TikTok. She has the most viewed or like whatever videos. We talking like billion. I'm not talking million. I'm talking billion. So she blew up off of that. Now she doing music videos and stuff.
That's for sure.
So they now is more about you blow yourself up and then we come to you. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because for two reasons. One, you don't have to be bothered with them if you don't want to as far as record labels go. Two, that also means sponsors come directly to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you become your own
you just do whatever the fuck you want. But and three, I guess, you kind of know yourself a little bit already. They can't really take you so much from scratch if you're already known. Like what I've been seeing from Bella Poarch is pretty much the Bella Poarch I was seeing. Pretty much the Bella Poarch I was seeing when she was just making TikTok videos. Her image hasn't really changed that much yet. I
had a situation. I'm gonna talk about this quick. I had a situation where a label hit me up and they were trying to get me in, but at the time I only had 5 songs. Like I literally only created 5 songs, and they were trying to get me down there to New York and sign an artist development deal. And I'm just like, nah, not really. Like I got 5 songs. Like I don't even feel like I'm that good. So now I'm at the point in my career where I done put out 2 mixtapes. I know how to get my own money off of it and everything else. And what I'm just speaking on was, at that time I wasn't ready, and I knew I wasn't ready. But I bet on myself, like, I ain't got no deal right now, but I'm making my own money on my own entity. You feel what I'm saying?
So do you think you need a deal?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But
I think we kind of said that earlier.
No, you don't need no deal. Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? If I was a person to get into music now, I would just find somebody and I would be like, we go just make one record, we go make one video, and we go push the fuck out of it. That's the cheapest thing we can do, and we go see what goes from there. Because
for sure.
at a certain point, like, that's what they go look for anyway. They go be like, we like that song. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got 10 songs, they were like, no, but we like this song. And that's the song that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's niggas out there, like, I got a relationship with Boom in Atlanta, and he'd be like, man, who's the hottest artist? And you can send in your video and your song, and he'd give you $10,000. You don't even got to sign with the nigga. He'd be like, if you got the hottest song that we like, we'll give you $10,000. You can sign a deal with us, and we'll take you to wherever, you know what I'm saying, here, there, wherever. But you don't have to sign with us. I'll give you $10,000. Because he got so much shit going on, and he been in the game for so long. And in case y'all don't know, Boom is the nigga that, he was an artist. He had a song called Haters back 08 or some shit like that. But he also had a label at the time. He was signed to himself. He signed the Swag Surf niggas. He signed Roscoe Dash. Now he has, who's the dude? Baby Mama Ain't Shit. That's his artist, and he got him signed with Gucci. So he.
Oh, I follow him.
Authentic Empire.
Yeah, A&E.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I sent him some of my music, but they was so backed up. Like he said, they was like thousands of songs backed up.
Oh, nigga, call.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him.
Just call the nigga. Yeah, call the nigga. So boom. So he's been in the game for so long, and I thought that nigga was gonna blow up off his song, but he didn't. But everybody he didn't fuck with, you know what I'm saying? Roscoe Dash, big swag. So no, nigga from ATL.
Oh,
I don't. But my thing is this: when I dealt with music, I never fuck with Cleveland. I always fuck with places everywhere else because you as an artist, if you're the biggest artist in ATL, Florida, even fucking Alabama, guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? When they find out you the biggest artist somewhere else, they gonna be like, oh, my nigga from Cleveland, they gonna play your shit here.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be the biggest artist here and then blow up there. You got to blow up there, and then everybody here's gonna be like, we'll catch that wave. That's just the way music works. It's always worked like that. I've never had nobody fuck with Cleveland like that. I've never been like, we gonna be the biggest.
Why do you think that is though? Like,
it's just the way people don't want to see you blow up from Cleveland.
Yeah,
from Cleveland because they rap. They got somebody to rap. They don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who? I can't even think of nobody from Cleveland right now. Doughboy. Yeah, Doughboy ain't signed from nobody from fucking Cleveland. That nigga from fucking Coles Ave. He ain't signed with Pooh Gutter or nobody like that. He signed with fucking Future in Atlanta, and he's doing good for himself. Chip the Ripper. When the fuck has somebody from Cleveland said something about Chip the Ripper?
That's crazy.
He lives in Cali. He's doing something right.
And he had some
bangers.
We was rocking out for a minute to Chip.
Chip is in fucking Atlanta. Is in Cali doing great. It ain't cheap to live out there. He's doing good. You can see him. He got a song with Cudi, and they got an album with Cudi too. So no, why try to blow up here? What's here? You go perform what at 5 clubs, and how much are they gonna pay you? You're not gonna open.
But it's still the question. I don't know if the answer y'all gave is really the reason why. I think it's a part of a reason, but the full reason of that, I don't know.
It's just the way shit is.
But
most cities is like that unless it's.
That's what I was gonna say. Then it's gotta be a reason, and then that would apply to all other cities though. That you don't make it out of that city.
I mean, it's just not us. We ain't the only ones that do the shit.
Yeah,
that's
definitely that. But I just feel like that's just not the only. I feel like it's something else.
But I can tell you this: if you go and find a hot artist that's from Akron that only marketed to Akron, go on his YouTube. He probably has like 50,000 views on his shit, 30,000 views on his shit. Find somebody from Cleveland.
Then they probably not only marketing to Akron though.
They're the Akron niggas. They left Akron. Trust me.
Because I will say this.
Columbus.
I will say this. A lot of Cleveland artists don't fully take advantage of social media and how to properly utilize social media. Now I'm definitely fucking saying that. Because when it comes to properly posting, getting your links up for people to be able to find you when you do shows, when you got footage to post up and things like that, all those kind of things, especially with Cleveland artists, do not take place. So when now that we can put on a list of reasons, because really when you look at it that way, you don't have to be worried about Cleveland. Just like we were saying, you don't need record labels. Well, you can go and take your post and boost it and show it to Atlanta. You can take a post on Instagram and promote it to only target Atlanta.
And that's crazy.
So then you have to explain why you can't get out of Cleveland. But we gotta end this show. We have to end this show. I want to thank whoever managed to tune in on Facebook Live. I can't see anything. We missed all the comments because I'm blind as fuck, and I don't think mine actually ever.
I didn't look at none of the comments.
I was telling you to look, but you wasn't paying me no mind. Yeah. So thank you to anybody that was tuning in on our Facebook. Oh my God, there were like a lot of comments.
It didn't show nothing. You see, it was.
I was trying. He saw me trying to tell you. Yeah, he saw me out, but I didn't. But whatever. We'll make sure we go live.
But even if we could see it, I can't do shit. I'm in jail.
We could have responded verbally. We're live.
Oh, well, I mean, we was talking.
So again, sorry everybody. I tried to tell them to look, and maybe I should.
Fuck the viewers and they keep.
Go ahead and let everyone
home like,
know where
fuck my
kids,
baby.
Shell Found Smoke. Right now, I'm the hottest in the city, for real. You can find me at Instagram at shellfound_smoke, and then you can find me on Facebook at RIP_Pong.
That camera ain't on.
That's okay.
Damn,
That's
yeah,
alright.
Y'all in jail. I can't.
Go
I'm
on.
in Facebook jail.
You can hit me at Instagram, Shell Fam
That would have
Smoke.
been a hell of a
Shell
shot, though.
Fam _smoke. And then you can find me on Facebook at RP_Pong. Yeah, my old page I had that 16K. Watch out for them folks, man. They sending emails.
Bitcoin.
Oh, the scammers, y'all.
No, they got me.
saying
They got me so easy. They sent me an email and told me that my I was getting reported. I need to verify this is me.
Scammer.
Soon as I verified with me,
That's
my
like the
Instagram
IRS thing,
went
I was
right
saying.
out like boom.
That's
They got-
the same
they got
with
my
the
bank
IRS
account.
thing I was saying. How they
Your bank account like
contact
that.
They got my bank account because it was like the thing where they had told everybody with iPhones to update their shit, but beforehand they got my bank information, and what they did was they went in and they can go and do reversals on shit you done paid on. So if you paid on rent, car note, like whatever your most expensive shit is in the past 3 months, they can do a reversal, right? The reversals go into your bank account immediately.
Okay.
And then what they do is they try to swipe everything about that bitch that they did like 10 reversals. I just happened to check my shit and I was like, child support reversed. I was like, nah, child support ain't giving me no cash back. I was like, hello.
Suspect.
I was like, hello, I just made a payment. Why is it being reversed? I was like, you made a reversal. I was like, what the fuck? I did not. Just let me get my shit back, my nigga. Put my shit back in child support for these niggas call me.
That was absolutely
My baby mom be like, oh
my God, my
baby daddy ain't shit.
Alright, Maserati Miyagi, talk your shit on it's talk your
Your
shit.
mama got a mixtape out.
Be okay, Pepper Potts. You tune in every
This is the Maserati show. It's the Maserati show.
Don't hop in now, I'm almost done. If you're tuning in every other Saturday, 4 p.m.-ish, Facebook Live, I guess we should keep coming on here instead of our personal pages. That seem to work better. And we'll try to get up on Instagram too. Same time, Saturday Live. Fall Through the Stoop 216, not the Maserati show. Do not.
It's the
look for that.
Maserati show.
Do not look for that. It's Fall Through the Stoop
She gonna put
216.
my shit at the bottom of the screen like always when she edits shit.
It's gonna say Fall Through the Stoop. Like
She gonna put my shit at the bottom, nigga.
YouTube, Spotify, all that. Fall Through the Stoop 216.
Let's go.
And I got a mixtape coming out, me and my baby mama. Child support ain't shit.
Child support ain't shit.